You guys enjoying the topics that we come up with and talk about, discuss, bring up? Because what we always want to make sure that what we're doing on each one of our channels is that we're bringing you the best content and also that we have the best context. We want to make sure that we are being relevant of what's going on. I try to be equally fair to both sides, even though this is a predominantly all women channel on all of my channels. I still try to be fair in talking about the things that we talk about to make sure that we include you women on some stuff that y'all be doing that y'all need to help correct. And I had somebody ask me, why don't you just have a channel also that you talk to men? Because most men are going to already be stubborn and have something to clap back on and say. And a lot of stuff they're saying, they want to talk about jewelry and clothes and all that. And if I came on in some damn coveralls, oh, they ain't real coveralls, you know, them fake, they ain't from the country, they from the city, you know. So most of these trolls and stuff, what they kind of figured out is that the most of the nature of a woman is not gonna come on live and talk about and belittle and say stupid stuff. It's gonna always be either an AI or them trying to troll us to keep us off of the channels, be it TikTok and their algorithm, and then also allow men to come on that do say stuff, and all they're gonna do is block them for that moment, but then they're gonna suspend us for a week or so. So that's the reason why. And then another thing too, ladies, the honest God truth is that if I get men prepared and get them all the way structured, but I didn't bring corrective healing to the women in the areas that I've been told to do, that all I'm doing is going to send some men that's going to see women still vulnerable in some areas and try to manipulate, take advantage of. Y'all going to become more masculine. Y'all going to try to fight back and all this. It's just going to perpetuate the problem. So let me heal the wound, because men was not told that they would be the men of all life. Man was the ones who overseen the life that God had already put into the earth realm. Woman was the gift to man, and woman was told in the naming of her as Eve that she would be the mother of all living things. And blessed is the womb of the woman who brings forth the male child. And his days might be very hard or harsh on the earth because he's going to be full of trouble. But that woman has a way of bringing life. It's nothing like having a mother not to baby you, but to speak destiny into you. One of the things that I believe that the power that every woman has, and my mother exercised this in my life personally, was that women have the voice of activation. I want every woman to put that on there, that one of your greatest powers you have is the voice of activation. Put on there, if you would type, the voice of activation. The voice of activation. Everyone that would, I would greatly appreciate it. On every one of our channels, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok, Cage5. You have the power of voice of activation. You have the power to speak, and literally, you can either make someone, a man especially, feel very powerful by what you say and the tone that you say it in, or you can even make a man feel very little and small by speaking certain things or the tone that you can use, right? So you have the most powerful gift, and that is the voice of activation. So let me kind of talk about that for the next 2 or 3 minutes. You have to be very careful what you say, woman. You've never heard it this way, so I'm going to say it the way that it's been presented to me, and that is, we've always told women to shut up or be quiet or be silent. The reason why, let's explain that, because the power that a woman has might not be in her hands, might not be in her arms and her back and her strength, even though you all are able to carry babies and carry water pitchers and all that. That's not really what your main design was for. When you was designed to be a helpmeet, your voice, the conversation that you have, can either build up or tear down. I'm going to tell you what the real fruit was in the garden that ended up causing the so-called fall of Adam and Eve, which really wasn't a fall. It was a prophetic utterance that was spoken about Jesus Christ already coming, dying for a world and for people that had not yet been created. So his coming, his living, his death, and his resurrection already took place before there was the heaven and the earth and all of that. And I know that's kind of a weird way of thinking, but you got to understand, God thinks in all dimensions, not just in our dimension, all right? So what ended up happening was, when Eve goes outside of the garden and she walks among the trees, she sees this beast of a thing that looks familiar because the face looks of something of natural, something that is pleasant to look at. But then she also hears the voice of it, right? Whatever language that Adam and Eve were speaking, Satan at this time, before he becomes a serpent or as a serpent, he is embodied in this voice. He understands the language of Adam and Eve because he comes from the same creation that Adam and Eve comes from. What ends up happening is not an apple, it's not a banana. The fruit that she eats of is the conversation. That's the reason why women have to be very careful who they talk to and also how they talk. Because in your conversation of who you talk to, when you bring that message back home, relay that message back to your family, it's in the tone of what you say and in the power of your conversation that can determine whether the person will stand or the family will stand or if the family can be torn down. That's why in the book of Proverbs, it talks about how women can speak words and have their bed laden with perfume, but it's the words that they speak that will cause the foolishness of men to be activated, that causes them to leave the home and come and lay with one that is not theirs, or to come from a journey that they're on and be able to stop by to be able to sleep in a bed that's trying to drain them and trying to cause them to die. We know the big story about Samson and Delilah. Delilah didn't put that thing on him. Delilah didn't ride him. Delilah spoke to him. After Delilah spoke to him, she laid him in the lap, and through conversation did Samson end up giving his secret, right? So a lot of people think that the power of the woman is the coochie. No, it's not. The power of the woman is that mouth. That if she can be able to speak life into a situation, it's going to come forth. If she can speak purpose, if she can speak encouragement, that man that think that he King Kong, that man that think that he's Superman, that man think he the Hulk, can't nothing stop him. But that same voice, that same woman can activate, you're no good, you're a dog, you're dumb, you're stupid, and say words that will become a part of that man's psyche, way of thinking, that he literally will start to become exactly what she says. That's why women, you have to be very careful of what you speak, who you speak, and how you speak, because your words are so much more powerful than your hands, so much more powerful than your body. You consider the weaker vessel because of the frame of your body, not because of the framing of your mind. Your mind is the intelligence of God. You hear me? Your mind literally carries the will of God for that man that you're getting ready to help him meet the assignment that God has given to that man. Your mind has the capacity to be able to be so intimate with that man through conversation, because when you speak to God, you speak to him from passion of emotion. When man speaks to God, he speaks to God through logic and reason. And so God says, I want this man's logic and reason to be full of passion and emotion. And the only way to get that in him is that it has to come through that woman. That the woman can be able to speak to that man and be able to bring life. Be able to say, listen, I believe in you. I know we're in transition. I know we're in between jobs. I know your business ain't all the way there. But you got this. Keep hustling. Keep at it. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. Don't get insecure. The security of your family is in the security of, I'm telling you, if I don't want you, I would have left. See, that's one of the famous lines that young women have really, really stopped using a lot of, and you need to bring that back. And that is assure that man, nigga, let me tell you something. If I didn't want you, I'd be done told you by now. See, that was the confidence that women spoke back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, the 90s, 80s, and the 70s. They would walk up on their man and say, listen, I ain't got time to play games with you. If I don't want you, I'm going to tell you. Because women were not known to lie. They really wasn't known for being liars, because women had so much power behind their words that they didn't even have to use a lie. They can speak something, and what they say will always come to pass. So, ladies, listen. Choose your words wisely. Choose your conversations wisely. Don't be so quick to have things flying out of your mouth that you really don't want to be manifested or take place. Don't call him something that he's not, unless you want to make him what you keep calling him. When you're speaking, you have the power of God in your mouth. And that's what makes you so beautiful. And that's what makes you so wonderfully made. That's what makes men crave and desire you. It's what you say, how you speak, the tone that you use, the words that you put together, the way you make us feel like, well, we're not even yet or have yet become. But because Your voice just has this God essence in it. We believe we can dig until we get the well. We can keep working until we get the harvest. We can keep trying until we become successful. So women, you are such great, powerful people. Don't never let anyone make you think that your power is only in your cool. Your power, your real power, is right here. All right? Appreciate you all. Listen, let me talk about this real quick. I'm out of here. So I'm not selling, I'm doing drawings. Everybody get on, you're talking about he's selling. No, I'm doing a drawing. These are brand new Gucci purse. This is a brand new Louis purse. And this is the brand new Louis purse. This is not the $2,500 purse. This is a $6,000 purse. That if I was selling it, I'd be selling for $25,000. This is what I'm doing. I feel generous, so I'm gonna do a first, second, and third. Right? The way that you're part of that is that you go to Cash App right now between now and Sunday, and you start off with a $15 entry. That $15 is going to get your name in there 5 times because it's $3 a ticket. 3 times 5 is 15. So you're going to get 5 times of your name. Let's say Michelle says, I'm going to give $15 to the Cash App for the drawing. First of all, in that Cash App, Michelle will put her telephone number, right? Yes. And Michelle's either going to put her emails, either her telephone number or her email. Either one that you're going to answer back when you win one of these, Michelle. Hypothetically speaking, I don't know if Michelle's on here or not, but if so, I'm just using your name. All right, then you're going to put your address, your email address or your telephone number. Okay. Let's say I pull Michelle's name out and she wins the big Louis Vuitton bag. Then Michelle, I'm going to send it to you. Let's say I pull out and Sarah wins the Gucci bag, and Tiara wins the small bag. I still need your telephone number or email address to let y'all know, right? So for every $3 ticket, Michelle's name is going to go in there. But the first initial way to get into the drawing is she has to do $15. So Michelle, Tiara, and JoJo E, Jacqueline, whatever her name is, all right? All of y'all got to do $15 per person to get your name in there 5 times. If you want more than just your name in there 5 times, you want it in there 10, you want it in there 20, every $3 that you give, more than the 15, will put your name in each time per $3. I'm not making it difficult, trying to make it very simple. So if you want your name in there 10 times, what do you got to do? $30. Got it? If you want your name in there 5 times, you got to do $15. If you want your name in there 5 times, $15, but you also just want it one more time, $3. Now you're in there $6. Now you're in there $7. $9. Now you're in there $8. You get it? So every $3 after 15, your name will go in. Very easy, very simple, to be able to win one of these bags. I'm telling you right now, we got about 4 people. I've never lied about anything. I tell you what's going on. We have 4 people, and the 5th one is getting ready to put their entry in to try to get one of these bags. Of course, they're shooting for the big one, right? Everybody's shooting for the big one, right? This is, and all of them have the serial numbers on the inside to let you know they didn't come from China. So I'm being a blessing to you. Why? I'm rich. I'm a rich nigga. I'm a rich king. Why you think I wear fake diamonds? Okay. I joke a lot too. Anyway, why do you think I wear my wealth? I wear my wealth to let y'all know I ain't broke. I wear my wealth because I've earned it. I wear my wealth because I'm 54. Now, when I was a kid, anyone who was over 50, they dressed like they were 50. And this is not dressing 21 or 30. Do you not know that majority of people of 50 and up used to wear nothing but Adidas's and Pumas? Those are the rich millionaires, right? They always had a gold Rolex watch and a big nice piece of gold. Always, back in the day. This ain't nothing new. I don't have to be a rapper or entertainer. I've already been on television. I wear what I can afford. When I was the most broke nigga on the east side, I wore Pro Wings out of Payless. Now I'm the richest nigga on the east side. My stuff is custom made for me, my shoes. So what's the problem? I'm not just to go to Payless and I'm a millionaire. Why would I do that? That's not even the caliber of my shopping. Now, if I was broke and I don't have a Payless budget, I'm going to go to Payless proudly. And I promise you, send me some Payless, send me some Walmart clothes. I'm going to sport that. Y'all will be like, damn, that nigga look good in it. Because the clothes, baby, don't do no but access what I am. And I am a beautiful man who has developed this beauty through my mother and my father. See, he thought I was arrogant and conceited. No, your beauty, my beauty, comes from our father and our mother. my light skin, pointed nose, good hair and all that, that comes from mom and dad. What doesn't come from them is this 6-pack that turned into an 8-pack as I kept working out. I'm like, man, can I make it a 10-pack? That didn't come from them. That came from hard work. That comes from working out every day, eating right every day. But my light skin, my pointed nose, my good hair, my bone structure, my height, all that comes from James and Darlene. Mr. James, Miss Darlene. That's what, whoever your mom and daddy is or was. You only as fine as them. That's genetic. But what's not genetic is your temple. It needs to be clean. Keep it going. I'm out. Appreciate you all. Short, sweet, and to the point, huh? Thank you for paying attention. Go to Cash App. DRMLC. DRMLC. Hold on. Did I say that? Okay, well, DRMLC. They ought to know it by now on Instagram. DRMLC. Dr. MLC. Dr. MLC on Cash App. You can go there right now between now and Sunday. First, second, and third price. First, second, third price. Dr. MLC. Dr. MLC.